Hello everyone and welcome to another 3-Wide TV broadcast of the 2024 OSCA Weekend Woodsman Series. We're here at Nashville Super Speedway for the Binx Designs 107. I'm Nathaniel Cherry. Alongside me tonight is just Carlos Acosta. Not just Carlos, but we don't have anybody else. We usually have a family up here, but Carlos and I will be running the show tonight. Should be a fun race. I think it's been a couple seasons since OSCA's gone here, but I do remember a couple of good races when I was driving in the series. Should be a fun night tonight. 40 laps for both halves. And according to our insider knowledge, they should be able to stretch it and make it on fuel tonight in both halves. Expected fuel window is about 44 laps. So that's going to be something to watch as we go for tonight, see how the tire wear plays an effect. As we look here at our standings, looking at the driver standings first, remember that top 6 are the people that make it in on points. After that, you have a couple drivers who make it in on wins, like Kyna Jones, Jake Scarborough, Tristan Millette, and then you see in 16th and 20th, Neil Rett and Tim Conrad make it in on the least amount of incident points. I believe there is going to be a vote or something going on for the final spot.
Yeah, it's going to be a fan vote
when that starts.
It'll be a fan vote, and I don't know if Vic is here if he wants to mention something about the fan vote. No? Oh, hey.
What about it?
Do you just want to enlighten the viewers about what the process will be?
It's going to be everyone that's chase eligible that isn't in the chase. So like after Talladega, the drivers that are still eligible for the chase, all those people will be put in probably a Google form at this point because there's so many of them. And then it'll be put on X, and we'll do it that way.
All right, awesome. Thank you for that, Vic. So pay attention to the OSCA Twitter in the coming weeks here. I was going to look at the team standings quickly, if you didn't mind, Carlos.
Oh, yeah. I got you, fam.
We have lots of time. Yeah. So on the team standings here, you see Shift has continued to pull way up front, but the battle for second remains a tight one between South Shore and Do Good. Weekend Woodsman Racing is hanging in there, about 70 points back of second place. And then a great battle for fifth as well between RK, Eisentech, and Nurse Aviator Racing. So we'll definitely be continuing to pay attention to those battles as the season goes on. Now for the next battle that I think we're going to be talking about here, we have our Binx Designs sponsor picks. Binx Designs, hold on, broadcaster picks, there we go. Binx Designs is a local New Jersey graphic design company that specializes in all of your custom apparel and tumbler needs. You can check out their website at binxdesigns.myshopify.com or at the link in the description of this live stream. Vic, who has the first pick tonight?
It says it right there.
First pick. Yeah, I was about to say. I mean, if you look.
Oh, my bad.
So it's you, because Trevor didn't send me any picks.
Okay, it's me?
It is right. You. You are you're first to go tonight.
I'm going to go with the 57 of Richard Garcia.
Alrighty. Up next is you, Carlos.
All right, well, sounds good. And I have a feeling that the Sith Lord, Ty McIntosh, will get himself a fantastic half-one finish here.
Alrighty. So I also wanted Ty McIntosh. One. So thanks, Carlos.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate you. Damn. I'm gonna go. See where he's doing. I'll go for an open car for once. I'm gonna go for the 97 of GG.
Okay.
The drivers, I have to find their form because I was a little bit behind on this tonight. Half one, they are why are they even on everything? That's fun. I love this. This is great.
Give them the worst
possible
option.
We're gonna give them the 17 of Matt Gruenberg.
Solid pick.
That's who that is the lowest number of the people they picked. So as far as like car number wise.
Yes.
And Goody, he did send me some picks.
Oh.
So he says that he wants the 73 of Kyna Jones.
Interesting pick for an oval, but we'll see. Maybe
one of his better ovals here.
I mean,
Nashville
Kynan's been good this season.
Yep.
Yeah, qualifying isn't everything.
I'm just used to him saying I hate this track every single week, so I don't know.
You can insert that to any track.
Yeah, I don't know what he actually means. We have a bit of time here before qualifying comes to a close, so I think that we should enjoy a video here from one of the series sponsors, Weekend Woodsmen.
Yep, we'll be right back.
Be sure to check out Tim Mayo Conrad and the Weekend Woodsman crew on YouTube. Make sure you hit that like button to get notifications when a new video drops, and check us out on Instagram and Facebook. Enjoy the race.
And we're back.
And thank you to Weekend Woodsmen for all they do for OSCA. You can also check out their channel. I believe their link will be in the description of this stream as well. And we're coming to a close in qualifying. It is open qualifying. The drivers have 10 minutes to put up a maximum of 20 laps here. We've got about 3.5 minutes left, but as the track continues to get more and more rubbered in, you're going to see it's a bit harder to set faster times. So right now, Ryan Gavel is on point with Richard Garcia and Austin Beers close behind. Any surprises for you so far right now in the qualifying field, Carlos?
Not really. We're kind of seeing the usual suspects qualified near the front here on these intermediate tracks that have open qualifying. So, expecting to see Gavel, Garcia, Beers. Jeff Story qualifying currently in 4th. Arcade Motorsports does not have a really good history of qualifying well. He's been practicing hard for this race. Ty McIntosh up there in 5th place. Dylan Thomas, he's in 6th. I would say maybe that's, I don't know if it's a surprise, but he's showing a lot of strong pace very early on in, well, I guess late now in qualifying with 2.5 minutes remaining. So plenty of time for some of these drivers to kick it up a wick and get themselves another spot or 3.
Yeah, that's a good point. I feel like now at this point, where the track being rubbered in as it's going to be at this point, it's a lot more about just getting a feel for your car and how it's going to handle.
I do have something I want to say.
Race like, sorry.
I expected more out of car 926. Just dead last right now. Yeah, dead last right now in standings. Yeah, Cherry has not put in a single lap in this session.
I'm seeing Robert Hill Jr. behind him, but.
Oh, on my end is Cherry. It's Robert Hill Jr., Tim Conrad, and Cherry who has not posted a lap time in right now.
Yeah, I don't know who that Cherry guy is, but we'll have to.
Gotta love when commentary decides that they forget how to join a session.
I joined it quick tonight. I apologize.
Well, we have a minute and a half. Let's see what cameras we have available out tonight. Starting with Ray Bracey. Oh, beautiful. He is dressing in his Sunday best. I can't quite see. Is that a panther? Vic, can you ask him what shirt he is wearing?
There's a variety of animals on it. It looks.
Oh, okay. That's probably what it is. All right. Tim Conrad. Oh, speaking from going from a fancy shirt to no shirt. He's
sometimes I respect it. Sometimes it gets really hot in your room when you're in the heat of the battle.
Yeah, so you gotta do that.
Right now.
All right, let's go. Zach Evans. Okay, got the white gloves on like he always does at their qualifying. No camera for Gilberto. Kynan Jones laughing right now with a heart rate of 99. Somebody get that man a doctor. Nick Indelicato, no camera. Ty McIntosh, the Sith Lord is back. With a red shirt, fully embracing the dark side. Adam Peeler, looking not like a serial killer like he did that one time. So definitely respectable looking gentleman.
He just need to calm down a bit. He's leaning forward way too much right now. He needs to relax.
Yeah, Jake Scarborough, no camera. Jordan Tarbo, no camera. And James Watson does have a camera. Again, he's got a theme, just a mess in the back, and the camera's pitched too high. Vic, yell at that man to pitch his camera down, please. Yell at James Watson. Just a tiny little bit.
Well, maybe he's just hiding a mess that we can't see. Maybe he pitches it down. We're gonna see something worse than what we can.
Yeah, he's got a little car right there. But yeah, it's we gotta clear that up.
James Watson has said he doesn't think he wants us to see.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good indeed. As well, we got ourselves.
We'll get our starting lineup here. So on pole we have Ryan Gavel. I don't know why I got scared for a second. I got it wrong. Richard Garcia on the outside pole. Austin Beers in 3rd place, followed by Jess Story. Once we get to the 3rd row, we have Tyler McIntosh. Your pick there, Carlos. Yep, it was your pick. And Dylan Thomas in 6th. In the 4th row, we have Kyle Carlson and Zach Evans. In the 5th row, we have Matt Grunberg and then Tristan Millette, but we've just heard from Race Control that Matt Grunberg will be getting EOL. I didn't hear exactly what for. Dustin Dewar is in the 6th row and 11th, alongside David Westergreen. Moving down to the 7th row, we have Vincent Isabella and Ray Bracy. Ray Bracy, the finely dressed man tonight. We'll see what he can do in that beautiful shirt. In 15th place, we have Gilberto Javier Gamera and Neil Rutt. 17th, we have Caden Tufts and DJ Weeks in 18th. 19th place, we have James Miller and Kynan Jones. 21st, we have Jake Scarborough, and in 22nd, we have Brent Jones. Matt Hackenthorn will follow in 23rd alongside Adam Tepe in 24th. 25th, we'll see Thomas Capuano, and 26th will be Adam Peeler.
This new starting grid thing that I have exposing everybody's helmet designs, and I'm loving a lot of them.
Yeah, a couple of nice ones. In 27th, we have Jordan Tarble. In 28th, we have Dave Carpenter. 29th, Alex Kenton. 30th, James Watson with a messy lap time to match that messy room. We'll see if he can improve in the race. 31st, we have Rashid Coles. 32nd, we have the shirtless Tim Conrad. He's also timeless. We'll see where he goes from there. 33rd place, we have Robert Hill Jr. Wow, I remember that paint scheme. Holy crap. 34th, we have the guy named Cherry, who is not running tonight. Just a critical error on my part and not signing up as a spectator. So the cars are rolling off here.
All right, well, we got ourselves a nice, fun Nashville race here. And Vic, are both of these races in the daytime, or does Nashville have lights?
I feel like Bob Parker's here. Nashville does have lights.
Nashville does have lights. That would be awesome. So, are you confirming night race have to?
Yeah, have to is 100%.
That would be fun. Here at a beautiful concrete track, 23 car invert, and the pace truck is getting ready to pull off here.
We have a really big field tonight, so that should be exciting. Lots of action, hopefully up and down the field. Ryan Gavel will be taking us to green here. The green flag is out now. Ryan Gavel gets a decent start. Garcia also a good jump on the outside. Beers was all over the back end of Gavel, though, and that's going to help him out. Heading down into turn 1. See the field fly through turns 1 and 2. Lots of side-by-side action. Gavel gets loose off of turn 1. Turn 2, that is, sorry. And Austin Beers will climb right into the lead. Yeah,
points leader Austin Beers pressing L2 to intimidate on lap number 1. Getting Gavel out of the way and dropping him down into 3rd, maybe even 4th, as Richard Garcia is batting as cautions out. Gilberto Javier Camaro involved in a crash.
Oh no, Gilberto. And I think that's also Adam Peeler.
Yeah.
We'll have to take a look and see what happened here. So
that's the wrong person.
On in the pack here. Looks like Adam Peeler. Oh, it's happened up ahead. Looks like Gilberto and Ray Brace were involved. Adam Peeler just locked the brakes. Who's in the 45 tonight? Jordan Tarble, sorry. Looks like he connected with Adam Peeler with some net code there, so hopefully the 45 isn't too badly damaged.
Gilberto
there. Got in. I think he got in. He wasn't expecting that checkup. Got a bit too deep, and then slid up, collected the 9 of David Westergreen. Ultimately got spun out by Ray Bracy in the end, but Gilberto unfortunately caught the worst of it, and it was just an unfortunate checkup early on in the race that he wasn't really expecting.
And these back bumpers just come off way too easily now. But he should be okay. They're just going to be hurt for sure.
Yeah, I don't think he has a meatball or anything. Let me check. No, he does not. I think it's just going to be more of a grinded out battle for this half. But we've seen it in previous weeks where a driver has worked their way up to the first invert spot. So if he can get the 23rd, which isn't really out of the realm of possibility, he could be starting right at the front for next half. Which I believe he did last week at Auto Club, did he not? I think
Last week was not Auto Club.
Where? Oh,
It was Auto Club. You're right.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. So yeah, second half Auto Club. Gilberto got a good second half starting position because of the invert. So that's what he can put his head down and focus on for this one. Race Control has deemed that to be the 99's fault, which from my assessment would be correct. He'll be getting an EOL for this restart, but he was already all at the back, so he can just go and try and get that damage fixed as quickly as he can. And we still have the lights on the pace track. We'll see if they go off this time around. Awesome Beers is your leader after that initial start and slide by Ryan Gavel. And I can't see if the lights went off. They are still on, so we still have at least 2 to green here. Still have some drivers going down the pit road right now.
Yep.
We have some drivers asking about the invert.
Remember, 23 car invert here tonight, which I believe is up there. What was the biggest invert we've had?
I think the biggest one was at the Monza Oval. We had like 28, 29. It was like almost the entire field. That was a couple seasons ago now. This season, I'm not sure, but we've had a couple of pretty big ones in the 20s.
Yeah, lights are still on, and we should be getting 1 to green this time around.
And Austin Beers has just told the drivers that he wants to take the top side. As a leader, he does get to choose which lane he wants to restart in.
So wanted to also note the drivers that went down pit road at any point here in this caution are all 23rd and back, starting with Jordan Tarbell. The only exception is Robert Hill Jr. and Gilberto Javier Gomero, who's I'm actually a little surprised that he hasn't gone down pit road.
Interesting. Yeah, I guess he just doesn't think the damage is working.
He went down pit road but never actually stopped. So I'm not sure what the reasoning is, because he was one of the drivers that for sure got damage.
Yeah, he got the worst out of that incident there. So we'll see how that pans out.
So, by the way, we did focus on Gilberto's spin there, but what we probably didn't focus too much is that David Westergreen was one of the first drivers that made contact with him on the front left side, and that has resulted him in getting I'm assuming a meatball, because he's stuck in pit road dead last right now.
It says he has a black flag, not a meatball, so I'm not sure what happened on the initial start.
He was in pit road for about 2.5 minutes, so if he didn't get a meatball, he had a very long optional.
Yeah, so that's well, I mean, he did clobber the wall, so it's possible. We'll have to keep an eye on it here. He's a couple laps down, so he's going to be here in a second once we go green. So we're about to get back going green here. And we have Awesome Beers is your leader here on the outside, controlling the start. Green flag is in the air. Great jump from Awesome Beers in the 19 car. And Richard Garcia also gets a good jump on the outside. Might be able to fight Power McIntosh here into turns 1 and 2. Well, to see if that inside line is a bit slick like it was on the initial start there, or if that was just a combination of cold tires more than anything. Looks like not Awesome Beers Power is going to be able to hold it on the inside. Diving down to 3 and 4, we'll see, will the outside prevail? Sometimes, this is a multi-group racetrack. You can make both lines work. The tires are a bit tougher on the bottom, obviously, to start the run.
Yeah, beautiful drive by Ty McIntosh and Richard Garcia battling side by side. Pretty much that whole last lap is Ty's getting a little loosey-goosey there, exiting the corner on the inside line, going to give the advantage now to the one who's going to clear him before he even gets down to 3 and 4.
Yeah, I don't imagine that Tyler will be fighting too hard with Gavel as they are teammates. They'll just file into line, go hunt down Beers. We had a couple drivers in the wall at one point there off that corner. You see Dylan Thomas looking underneath Kyle Carlson, I think it was. Yes, going into turns 1 and 2 here.
Trying to see who else might be batting a little bit further back. We do see Zach Evans and Caden Tubbs battling side by side for that spot.
Lots of good side-by-side battles here throughout the field. see Caden Tufts, as you mentioned, James Miller in the thick of it, Matt Hackathorn, Thomas Capuano.
Oh no, Jess Story going around, caution is out.
Oh, I did not see what happened there. I don't know if that was a solo spin or if he had some help.
Well, we'll take
From
a
where
look
it was in the
here.
track, I'm guessing he had some help. We'll take a look at it here. Jess Story here on the outside of Vincent Isabella. Oh man,
Looked like neck
I
code for a second.
it might have been netcode. If anything, it was a racing deal. I think those two drivers trying to occupy the same space on the racetrack.
Get it from a different point of view, see what we can find here.
Oh man, I can't tell.
Yeah,
Maybe
that blip
arrow
is
loose?
way too high up. Let's we can get that chopper up and running here.
Let's see here, coming up the corner. Oh, I think that it may have been netcode that initiated it, but there was gonna be contact either way.
The story is one of the drivers going down pit road, including Neil Rutt, Gilberto, Dave Carpenter, Rashid Coles, and Robert Hill Jr. Although, while I'm sure Jess is not happy right now with that, he's ultimately has an okay car. Very minimal damage there on that incident.
Yeah,
but I'm not seeing
gonna be
anybody
any
else going down pit
significant
road.
damage there.
Yeah.
I think if you're Jess Story, you're gonna lose a lot of positions obviously from that yellow, so you might as well get fresh tires, even though it's only a couple of laps.
And of course, Jess Story is drives one of my cars, so that means I have to play this.
Oh, the classic Carlos Somber. Well, Austin Beer still leads here. He'll have a new friend on the front row here, Richard Garcia, for this restart, who has had a couple of good starts here. The last couple of restarts, so we'll see what he can do here. I imagine Austin Beers will probably take the high side again. He seemed a lot more comfortable there than he did when he had to start on the bottom side.
If we're gonna get 1 to green this time by, I don't think so. I think everybody's.
I think we'll still. Is that what? Yeah, the lights are off.
No,
Oh,
they're on.
They aren't? Ah,
They're on. They're on. We got some really
My eyes
long
are
pace laps here in this track. I've noticed.
yeah. It's a deceptively long track. The racing laps are extremely quick, but the pacing here, we're taking almost a minute and a half to complete a lap here. But the pit road situation is also tricky, so you need to give those laps to the drivers to be able to get their damage fixed.
Take a look so
Yeah,
far
I
at kind of
would
some of the. Oh, go on.
I would speed these cautions up, but people keep pitting, so I don't want to screw anybody over.
All right, that's fair.
That's completely fair.
That is fair. All right, well, let's take a look at already 10 laps into this race, and we're in lap 11 right now. 10 complete laps. Some of the bigger movers, and who's got like biggest losses right now. Biggest mover on the track so far is the number 14 of Alex Kenton, who's up 13 spots from where he qualified. Number 14 doing a fantastic job. Matt Hackathorn in the 04, who's having a little bit of a connection snafu there. Okay, he's up 12 spots into 11th position. And then Tim Conrad. We've seen a lot of Tim Conrad today. Up 11 spots in 21st. And for those wondering, no, this is not the Tim Conrad who has promised us that he's going to get in a hot tub full of mayo. That's going to happen at a later date.
Is he going to look like that in a tub full of mayo? Is he going to have the VR?
Let's just say it makes the imagination, like we have to imagine things a lot less now. Jess Story, one of the bigger losers so far early on in the race. But I think Jess is ultimately going to be okay. I think so far the biggest loser of this race is David Westergreen, who got heavy damage, went multiple laps down, lost 21 spots in that ordeal, and is currently dead last. But the race is still going on for him. He's out there. The car doesn't really look that bad. You see some damage there on the door, but he may be okay. This might be a race of attrition. But yeah, 1 to green this time by. You're double fouled, 19 up on the outside line, 57 inside the one right behind him, there's your pole sitter and the number 95 Tam McIntosh. Second on the outside as the pace truck is off.
Pace truck is off, as Carlos says here. Awesome Beers, the 19 on that outside there, does get control of this start here. Green flag is out. A good jump for him again. And it looks like Garcia might have just enough to avoid Tyler McIntosh passing him, but Ryan Gavel's going to make it 3 wide. Or, no, Tyler backs out smartly, but Gavel is underneath Garcia here. Need to turn 1 and 2. Awesome Beers gets a clean jump and is already fairly sailing away here. And the Shift Esports boys work together here to try and get by the 57 of Richard Garcia.
Tyler McIntosh racing with his tongue. His tongue was out there for a second, as any regular viewers will know that when he gets in the zone, he just likes to stick that tongue out and leave his mouth wide open there. But battling for that third place position.
That's what a Sif does.
Mm-hmm.
Sif Lord Tyler McIntosh, that for new viewers, that's something that only really started happening last week. He turned on his camera for the second half and he just had everything off except for a red light. And we were very confused by that.
Yeah, Weekend Woodsman YouTube commented saying that we've seen the hot tub. So we've seen the hot tub, we've seen Tim without a shirt on, so now we just need to see the mayo.
We just need to see the mayo. We're 2/3 of the way there. If Tim Conrad wins a race this season, I expect it to happen immediately.
Gotta, yeah. That'll be in all the promos.
We have Talladega coming up too, where he almost won.
Points leader, Austin Beers dominating so far, got the lead in the first lap, and with 25 laps to go, he's looking to hold on against Gavel, who, need I remind you, he intimidated out of that position. Joking aside, but Gavel started on the pole, right, finally making himself back up into second place, and is looking to maybe get that lead. Was on his back bumper, he was on the 19's back bumper a lap ago, but has actually lost a little bit of ground since we started talking about him.
Yeah, just a little bit. I've just been watching this battle between Tyler and Dylan. It's been Tyler, Dylan, and Richard has just been raging this entire time here. They can't get away from each other, but nobody can really pass anyone either. They're just side by side, and Dylan's just kind of sitting in the back waiting to find a way through, but he has to let these boys figure out who wants to be faster first.
This is a track that I've never driven at in any form of capacity, or even, I think I have broadcasted this before, but have you driven at this track, and if so, what's your experience with it?
I have, when OSCA went here, I believe this was 2023A, yes it was, or no, 2022B. Drove here in OSCA.
Dustin Dewar sideways got in the grass, but he's going to be A-OK, just going to lose a ton of positions.
Big save by Dewar. Nice to see him still going here. That could have been bad if he had gone towards that inside wall. But as I was saying, yeah, I drove here in 2022B when OSCA came here. It's a fun track. It provides lots of close racing, as you can see. The tires do eventually fall off a cliff, but if you can control, I find that it's quite manageable. The fall off isn't that great. I joked last week at the end of the broadcast with Awesome Beers that we had a bit of a run-in in a battle for a podium spot when I was racing here. But overall, I had a great experience at this track. Nothing really to complain about, and it looks like the boys are having fun out there tonight. Whew. See Ryan Gavel all over the bumper of Awesome Beers. Holy cow, I think he's made contact a couple of times.
Yeah, he's getting a good whiff of that tailpipe on the back bumper of Beers, trying to maybe intimidate him back, as Gavel lost the lead in the middle of turns 1 and 2 on the very first lap. So Gavel is sure wants to get back up to the top spot as they're battling, getting a good run in the exit of 3 and 4, going to look up high, he's going to get blocked and look down low, he's going to back off early, trying to make whatever spot he can. As what would you describe as the best passing opportunity? Is this a high track or a low track in terms of passing?
I think the best opportunity is really to set up a run out of the corner, which I think we're seeing Gavel try to do a couple of times here, but Pierce is doing a great job of blocking it off. If you can get your nose ahead of a driver into a corner, you can either kind of squeeze them up high, or you can get that run outside off the corner. So it's really about making sure that you have advantage going into the corner. So Gavel right now just needs to set up a run. He's being relatively patient thus far. He needs to make sure he stays patient, because if he gets stuck being trapped right behind Austin Beers, right in his draft, he's gonna do some damage to those tires a bit quicker than some of his fellow competitors.
These last couple of laps. Yeah, go on.
I was going to say the same thing. You see Richard Garcia starting to pull them in here just little by little, and Gavel is actually looking beneath Austin Beers right now, heading into turn 1 and 2. And I don't know if Beers is just going to let this go and live to fight another day. It appears so, yes.
Beautiful execution by the number 1 of Ryan Gavel. Getting that spot back. I think he may have led that lap, but he'll probably for sure lead this second lap, or this lap that they're currently at, as Beers was right in the back bumper, pushing Gavel just a little bit faster. I don't think there's any really ill intent on that. Just mostly, hey, you got me, let me just push you a little bit further type of move. But for sure, Gavel has led officially a lap.
I can't confirm that Gavel didn't lead that last lap, so this was his first lap that he's led tonight. Beers, remember, Gavel did start up front, but unfortunately got loose off of turn 2 right away, and looked like it was going to be Beers' race, but Gavel, I guess, is kind of buttoned down and found a way to get back up front here. Richard Garcia, though, is probably loving all the action he's seeing, as he's now closed right back up to these top 2. So you see here on the top half of your screen, you see Jake Scarborough, Zach Evans, and I believe that's Kyle Carlson in a battle. That's going to be for 8th place. The last couple drivers in the top 10 here, looking to jockey for some position.
Zach Evans has been running really well this season. Has had a little bit of misfortune every once in a while, but when he's not experiencing severe misfortune on the track, he's been running fairly well. Definitely top 10 driver, top 10 threat, maybe top 5 threat every once in a while, but he's got some speed this season. And well, speaking of speed, battle for the lead yet again.
Austin Beers has gotten back underneath Ryan Gavel here. He was not able to get him right into that corner. I don't know if Gavel's going to be as courteous as Austin Beers was, just giving that position over. He's going to try and hang on to this for as long as he can. He's going to get that run up the outside. Oh, almost contact. I think there was there, but I think it was just a bit of Gavel getting loose. No ill intent from either driver.
Yeah, we feel like
trying to follow him through on the outside.
We feel like the race started not too long ago, but we only have 14 laps remaining. So, I mean, it's go or go home, guys. And they're battling for that position. I'm over here thinking, it's like, damn, the race just started, and you guys are still battling side by side like this. But no, we've already done 26 laps, and we got 14, make that 13 when they cross the line here, laps remaining in this race. So you got to get all you can now before the tires, are pretty much
really
gone.
Start to fall off. Yeah, because once the tires are gone, passing is even harder. And you got a couple quick halves tonight, as you alluded to there. Beers does complete that pass, but Gavel has a good run here. I don't know if he's going to look low. He does. He's going to stick his nose right back in here. Garcia's got to be loving this right now, because he is not wasting any tire in comparison to these two. Dylan Thomas is also getting involved in this battle slowly but surely. He's closing in, and you could see him make an entrance here into this battle for the lead.
And Dylan Thomas,
I don't know what happened to... Sorry, go ahead.
No, Dylan Thomas was your points leader for the first couple of races of the season before Beers took the points lead, and Thomas is out here running on 4th, trying to show him that he wants that points lead back.
I mean, it's still important for Thomas to make sure he maintains the points position that he does have, make sure he does qualify for the chase-offs. I was going to say, I don't know what happened to McIntosh. He was running in that battle for 5th place, and all of a sudden now he's down to 10th. So I'm not sure if there was a moment.
All I know was I heard car high. That was it. That was all that was said about that.
All right, let me see if I can find something. Why don't you guys go ahead and take over. Number of laps.
So I believe Tyler feels like there was a car high being him. So we'll have to see if we can figure out what happened there. He's still running in top 10, so that's good. And the battle here has settled down just a little for the lead. Gavel hasn't been able to get right back underneath or up top of Austin Beers. But what he has to worry about is Garcia is starting to, I feel like, probably getting a bit antsy. Only 10 laps to go here. He's got to pick up some positions. He found it. Let's go side by side here. We'll take a look.
So
what
this
happened
was entering 3 and 4. Actually, let me go back a little bit further because it kind of seemed like kind of a block on the 77 that shot the 95 into that kind of awkward position. Oh, contact going into the corner.
And
some more
going into the
contact.
corner. And then Tyler tried to hang on, got a bit of contact with the 77. Looks like everything's going to be sorted out here at this point. And what happens here?
No, that's kind of it. He just loses a bunch of spots there.
I'm not sure about the comment about car high then, if I'm being completely honest with you.
Well, I don't know if Vic said that Ty was the one that said it.
I think it was. I heard Ty's voice. We'll have to take maybe another look at that or talk to Ty maybe after the race, but looks like everything is fine and ready to go here. Sitting in 10th place now. And while we were looking at that, Dylan Thomas has passed Richard Garcia for 3rd place, and now he's looking like he might be favoring a move here on Ryan Gavel for 2nd.
Yeah, we saw how fast Richard Garcia was when he was gunning down Austin Beers and Ryan Gavel, and they were battling for that position. But now Beers is kind of checked out on his own, and you know, without Gavel there to kind of slow them down battling for that position. Garcia is having a little bit of a hard time trying to get past Gavel, and now it looks like Thomas, who was 4th, now is 3rd, was probably saving tires there those last couple of laps, and he's trying to show off just how fresh his Goodyears are.
Yeah, he needs to try and get by Gavel right now if he wants a chance of getting Beers. Beers isn't too far gone yet, about 7/10 ahead of Thomas, but it's going to take a lap probably once he gets beside Gavel, and there's only 6 laps to go. So he needs to make sure he makes this move now. It looks like it might be going into turn 3. Yes, it is. He does get beneath him. Side by side here, battle for 2nd place between Dylan Thomas and Ryan Gavel.
Caution's out.
Caution, though.
Oh no, Kine and Jones.
Kine and Jones.
What's that heart rate looking at? It's on the wrong camera. 138, and he is not too happy.
That is an angry Australian.
Oh, whoa, that's Ray Bracey. That's also sideways across the racetrack.
I also heard Thomas Capuano talking in the driver's chat, so I'm not sure if he had a piece of that as well. We'll have to get a look here in a couple of moments.
Get a preliminary look, and then we'll have some green flag pit stops.
3-wide TV, you mean caution pit stops, 3-wide TV replay.
Oh!
Oh man, that does not look good for Capuano from that initial look here. We'll have to grab a secondary look in a moment.
Well, we got pit stops coming up, so we'll take a look at that after.
Oh, Gavel almost gets into the back of Beers going to the pits. Beers checked up and Gavel almost collected him.
Garcia stayed out.
Garcia stayed out. That's I actually don't mind that call. You might get a quick yellow, you never know. Garcia and Scarborough stayed out, and looks like Weeks and Grunberg, Story. Yeah, I think those people made the right call with how many of them that stayed out.
Yeah, we'll see. It's going to be a very short run. It may just work out. A lot of these drivers went down pit road the last time we had a caution.
But that was a long time ago, to be fair.
It was a long time ago, yes.
We'll have to wait a second here, and then we'll take a look again, maybe at that wreck. See exactly what unfolded.
If you're gonna look at the wreck, go on board with the 97.
97 of DJ Weeks, that is. Let's take a look here. Take a look here at Capuano again. I need a better angle, but
yeah,
I don't know.
This one might be a better angle here.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I know what race control said, so
what did race control
give
say?
A warning. Race control gave a warning to the 21 there.
What position is Weeks in? I can't find it.
DJ Weeks is now.
Oh, I see him. Okay, I see him. All right, let's go on board with the number 97 of DJ Weeks.
DJ Weeks here, number 97 here. You can see Weekend Woodsmen are one of our sponsors on his hood. And, wow, yeah. Just collecting through.
I don't know Ray Bracey, because he was sideways as well.
trying to find what happened.
Oh wait, this
By the
is
way,
Tim
that
Conrad.
onboard was Tim. Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, that
I
was,
apologize.
The 97
guys.
has no sponsor on it.
we took the wrong onboard, but that's okay.
Here he is. PJ Weeks is currently in third. He's all the way up front because he stayed out. Oh!
A close one there for Oh, and wow.
Yeah,
We'll have to
that's
go
what
back
I
and
wanted to see. I
exactly
wanted to see what happened to Ray Bracey. Ray Bracey is right here. Let's go ahead and cut into like a TV camera. The incidents and checking up clips.
Kynan was checking up, and he ran
the car.
into Kynan, and that was about it here. The lights on the pace truck are still on.
They're okay. They're off.
Oh, they're off now.
One to
I'm really
green.
bad at seeing.
Yeah, no, it's
So
okay.
Richard Garcia is our leader here. I believe our first car on fresh tires is Austin Beers in 10th. So that's a long way to go in what's going to be a green-white checker.
Yeah. So, but Austin Beers is going to be on the outside, so he's going to have plenty of... Hopefully, we'll see how bad the tires are. This is going to be a good test for the second half. Remember, 23-car invert. I generally don't know what's going to happen. I don't expect... it's going to be a mess for sure. I don't expect people to really be able to hold on the old tires. But can Garcia or maybe even Scarborough or Weeks get a win? That's what I have uncertainty about. That's why I'm not sure. They could. I can see this happening.
This is going to be interesting. You also have Grunberg up there who's been fast. Remember, he had an EOL. That's why we haven't really had to talk about him too much. But now he's up front. So pace truck that is about to head off. Diving off here, Richard Garcia has control of the field. He's elected to take the inside here. It's been a while since we've seen someone elect the inside on a restart. And he gets a great jump. That might be enough with all the traffic that Austin Beers has to go through.
And they're 3 wide up ahead. Hey, look at Austin Beers trying to dice it through the middle.
Holy cow, what a ballsy move by Austin Beers.
The 4 wide right behind him. Gavel making it 4 wide for sure. Going to the inside, it's all working out.
Gavel also has those fresh tires here. I don't think Beers... Oh, we have a yellow flag. Thomas
13 goes around.
Came out. Oh, man, that's going to give more time for drivers like Austin Beers. That's not something that Richard Garcia wanted to see.
That's for sure. As Austin Beers went from 10th to 9th. As we had pretty much 2 incidents there. So if the first one didn't bring out a caution, the second one for sure would have. I think it involved Robert Hill Jr. and James Miller. Let's take a look.
Let's take a look here at this first incident that we saw.
Ooh, check up.
Oh man, it's just a massive chain reaction. Part of that's just because of all the 4 wide moves that the fresh tires guys were making.
It's stuff they had to do.
No, they had to make them. If not then when, right? They had to.
Mm-hmm. Look at Gavel right there putting it 4. Oh, the 4 wide move checked up the 27 into the 20 into the 77 and around those 2 go. And then right after the caution came out, like right after oh, it doesn't even show. It doesn't show. Vincent Isabella and Zach Evans made Oh no, they didn't. Zach Evans for sure went off track. I think he was one of the drivers.
It was Dylan Thomas and Zach Evans, I think, where that second wreck started.
There we go. So here's Zach Evans in the 6 Me-Find machine. We're just talking about the unlucky brakes.
Oh,
he got turned.
Peeler.
The 13 of Adam Peeler got turned into the 6. And no fine again. So unfortunate for number 6 is Zach Evans.
Just correct you there, Carlos. It was the 27 of Adam Peeler turning the 13 of Dylan Thomas into Zach Evans there. It looked like, obviously somebody's going to have to be at fault here, but that's just a lot of green-white checkered racing in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think you can say that was because of the caution, because that happened nearly at the same time.
Yeah, I think that would have happened anyways.
Okay, so this strategy of staying out
has now become a bit more tricky.
listen, for drivers like Dewar, Grunberg, Story, unless they wreck, I think they're going to come out of this better off than where they would have been had they qualified. Because I believe Story was in, I think, late 20s, like almost 30s, because of his spin. Grunberg was, past 20th position around that time, around those spots. I don't remember where Dewar was, So unless they wreck out, they're going to lose spots. They're going to have much spots, but they're going to be in a better position.
This has still been a net positive for them. The one where this is now extremely a risky move is Garcia. He was running up in the top 5 the entire race, and now all of a sudden might lose out on maybe even a top 10 finish here.
If Garcia can hold on to a top 3 spot, maybe even top 4, I'll give him that. If Garcia can hold on to a top 4 spot, I think he's going to come out of this okay, because that's probably where he would have been. That's where he was around that area when the split began.
The other thing, sorry, I don't know why I'm yawning. I'm not bored or tired, but anyways. The other thing of note is that iRacing did deem that last one as not like natural green-white checkered. So this is our second green-white checkered already, and OSCA only does 2.
Oh.
So if a yellow happens right off the get-go here, that could still work out really well for Richard Garcia.
True. I did not think that the first one was... I thought it was a natural green-white checkered, so that is an interesting note for sure.
Yeah, that'll definitely play into the favor of those guys who stayed out if we do have... we are at 2 to green still. Race control just at the control. Had to extend it by a lap here. Just making a correction, he said. Which could actually become a bit of an issue for people like Richard Garcia who have in pit. Because remember, we said 44 laps on fuel. We are currently on lap 44. We have had some yellow flag laps. We have had some yellow flag laps, but it could become dicey. You never know. Just one more thing that they might have to think about.
I want to see, if we have a little bit of time, I want to get a quick word with Kynan Jones and get his take on the incident. We'll be very quick.
Yeah, we have like a lap here.
Like less than half a lap we'll use him for. But Kynan Jones, this is Carlos in the 3-Way TV booth. You get a copy?
Yep, loud and clear.
Just wanted to get your take on what happened or what you think happened on that incident that involved with you spinning out.
I went and looked at the replay after when I was taking repairs, and Vic said the 21 got up into me. I saw that's what happened. I was home my line. He probably didn't expect me to be running up a little bit off the wall, but it is what it is. It's unfortunate, but I expected to finish bad here, and it is what it is.
How bad is the car right now?
It's dead. I don't really have much shot of getting into the top 20, but if there's a bit of chaos on this white flag, maybe I'll get the invert. We'll see.
Well, best of luck here on this final restart, and best of luck in the second half as well for you here. We're going to let you go here. We have hopefully an exciting finish to commentate. That was Kynan Jones in the 73 machine. Just an unlucky situation there. Kind of just got caught up in some unfun racing. I don't know really a good descriptor for it. I don't think it was malicious by any intent, but
Ray Bracey,
just what happens.
Yeah, Ray Bracey in YouTube chat saying my plan to get a 0x for playoff spot ruined. And remember, there are 2 playoff spots for the drivers with the least amount of incident points if they are not already in the playoffs, as well as the fan vote. So that's going to hurt Ray Bracey for sure. Daniel Gore saying, man, this looks awesome. Can't wait to hopefully get approved to run this. And keep it up, man. You did great Tuesday. Sure, it won't be long before admins vote to keep you or to get you into this series. So hopefully we'll see you next Tuesday. Pace truck is off. We're going to go for hopefully, well, actually, one last restart here in the second of 2 green-white checkered attempts.
And Richard Garcia controlling the field again, gets a good jump. He needs that because Austin Beers is not that far behind now on those fresh tires. And we also have Ryan Gavel working the field there as well, trying to find a way around.
Well, 3 wide exiting the corner is around.
Oh, Caden Tufts, what a save.
Woo! What a save indeed.
What a save by Caden Tufts. And Austin Beers is working it 4 wide. through turns 3 and 4.
Wrecking around the 95.
Ooh, Tyler McIntosh.
No caution. That's my pick.
And I think he saved it, so we're gonna race to the end here. Austin Beers almost gets into Jake Scarborough.
He did get into Jake Scarborough, and they're going around the wrecking.
No, oh man, that's a massive wreck.
Huge incident. A lot of drivers involved. It's chaos has erupted in the
Richard
backstretch.
Garcia coming out of turn 4. Richard Garcia is going to win here at Nashville Super Speedway. What a crazy race. Austin Beers and Ryan Gavel are beaten and banging to the line as well. Richard Garcia is your winner for half number 1, and we have a lot to look at.
We're going to have a lot of angry drivers out there. I expect to see many NASCAR 2005 Chase for the Cup angry drivers fighting cinematics going on once this half is over. But what a chaos!
Radio chatter.
I'm assuming there's not going to be any empty air for a while, or airwaves, I should say, for a while. Huge wreck, a lot of drivers involved, and
one of those wrecks happened. Those are 2 separate wrecks that really happened.
Yeah, yeah.
It wasn't just Austin Beers getting into Jake Scarborough. There was something else that was going on as well. So we'll have to maybe take a look at both of those here, or we're going to do our results first. Up to you.
Let's take a look at the results first. Once it switches on over to the next session, it makes replays very complicated. I don't know if I'm going to have a chance for me to play that. It's the only downside of the heat racing format in iRacing. So hopefully maybe that gets changed, or maybe that gets they give an option to add like a minute or so that we can go through replays in the event like that. But that's an iRacing thing in the future. Let's take a look at those finishing half 1 results.
So, as we mentioned, Richard Garcia comes home with the victory here in half number 1. Ryan Gavel second, Austin Beers third. Matt Grunberg, one of those guys that stayed out on old tires, gets the top 5 along with Kyle Carlson as well. So that worked out well for him. Kane Tufts, we saw that big save he had, but then he benefited from the wreck that happened on the last lap to finish in 6th place. Round out your top 10, you have Jess Story, Matt Hackathorn, James Watson, and Tristan Millette. A bit further down, you see the names of Dylan Thomas, mentioned, who had a great run, but he ended up taking tires and wasn't able to make his way through the field as quickly as Gavel and Beers did in 11th. Peeler, who was involved in that wreck on the first green white checkered, ends up in 12th. We see Vincent Isabella 17th. Gilberto, who was in that wreck really early, 18th. He's going to have a good start for the next half. Jordan Tarble finished 23rd and will be on pole for half number 2. And then you see Jake Scarborough, who also looked like he was going to make a good play there with those tires, and unfortunately got caught up in a wreck. Finished in 28th. Tyler McIntosh went for a ride through the grass, finished 25th. And then rounding out the field, Conan Jones, Brent Jones, Adam Tepe, James Miller, and Ray Bracey. So that's
there's
an
one more.
exciting first half. I don't know who that guy is. I'm not talking about him. But that was an exciting first half. I'm definitely excited to see what happens here in the second half.
Before we do any of that, we got some things.
Yeah.
There we go.
We have to do some picks. Here are Binx Design broadcaster picks. Just a reminder that Binx Designs is a local New Jersey graphic design company that specializes in all of your custom apparel and tumbler needs. You can check out their website at binxdesigns.myshopify.com or at the link in the description of this live stream. Vic, who has pick number 1 for half number 2?
So pick number 1 goes to Goody. His pick did not fare so well. And for half 2, he wants the 97. So he's gonna get him.
Alrighty.
Up next is Carlos.
That was not good. I was looking decent until that last lap incident where Ty got spun out. But I have a feeling, I'm looking at some of the inverts, and I'm looking specifically who's starting in the front in the second half. See, some drivers got involved in incidents, some drivers got wrecked that would have been finishing up higher, and I have a feeling the 9 is going to have himself a good, strong half number 2. Excuse me.
That is.
I cannot pick the 9. Who was I looking at?
That is not somebody you can pick.
Ooh. Give me Jess Story having to come back half number 2 strong. He's starting towards the back because of the invert in half number 2, but he's going to be okay.
All right. So up next is me. Kind of sucks, but I have a strategy for this one. So my strategy is that Dustin Dewar is going to somehow, some way, miraculously do great in half 2.
I love it.
That's just a bold pick. Got to do something different.
Why not?
And the drivers, the drivers predictably want the guy that won half one. They want Richard Garcia. So who you got, Cherry?
All right. For me, you're gonna have. I might not be able to take this guy. Am I able to take the 0-0 of Caden Tufts?
Yep.
Right, we'll take it. I think he had a really good showing in the first half. He was he one of the? Yeah, I think he was one of the ones that bought on staying out on old tires, but he was staying out front for most of that half and just had unfortunate near spin, but then recovered as well because of the other wreck that happened and was able to finish in 6th. Before we get going into half number 2 here, we need to say thank you again to our sponsor, Weekend Woodsmen. They have a little video to show you right now.
Be sure to check out Tim Mayo Conrad and the Weekend Woodsman crew on YouTube. Make sure you hit that like button to get notifications when a new video drops, and check us out on Instagram and Facebook. Enjoy the race.
All right, and we are back. Now, Vic, what would you describe that last lap as?
Destructive?
Yeah, I'd say chaotic, but destructive
I don't know
is
how else
definitely.
to describe
What is the 7 doing in practice?
No idea.
Practicing his inner Kyle Busch, backwards striving, trying to become like his hero, Toe Mater. Yeah, exactly. This number 7 machine, giving himself a nice little reverse stroll.
What is Ray Bracy doing? That's how to say.
He's just having fun out there.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
All the power.
Vic and I were saying that he's channeling to become like his hero, Toe Mater.
Toe Mater. That's a good hero to have, honestly.
You know, they say never meet your
you guys
heroes.
big
I say Toe
fans?
Mater. I say Toe Mater is one you can definitely meet.
That's right.
Warm up is over.
I think I've met Toe Mater at Disney World as a child. I've met Toe Mater and Lightning McQueen.
Oh,
That was like
sweet.
what, last year?
Haha, funny. I'm 24. Thank you very much, Vic.
Same thing.
23 is not as a child. All right, I just see the lights.
Ooh, there it is. Look at that. Brisk nighttime. Nighttime is the right time. Let's go ahead with the starting grid.
And for half number 2 here, we see Jordan Tarble and Dustin Dewar starting up front. So that's making Vic's pick look really good. He starts up front. He's gonna stay up front. David Westergreen as well, another guy that had a rough half 1, but will be starting towards the front, alongside Rashid Coles in 4th. Alex Kenton, who was a big mover in half number 2, or half number 1 that is, doesn't have to be in half number 1, starting 5th. Gilberto Javier Gamera, after that early spin, was able to find his way inside the invert, starting 6th. Vincent Isabella 7th. Dave Carpenter in 8th. Didn't really see much or hear much from Vincent Isabella in that first half. As on a character for him, we'll see if he has a better and stronger half number 2. TJ Weeks in 9th place. Zach Evans in 10th. In 11th, we have Neil Rutt, and 12th place Adam Peeler, who was all over it when it came to being involved in some incidents in that first half. In 13th place, we have the 13 of Dylan Thomas. In 14th, we have Tristan Millette. Dylan Thomas, another driver that will be looking to kind of avenge a rough finish after having a really strong showing in that first half. James Watson in 15th, Matt Hackathorn in 16th. 17th place, we have Jess Story alongside Caden Tufts in 18th, who, as I mentioned, had that rough half spin there on that last green-white checker. Kyle Carlson in 19th, Matt Grunberg in 20th. Grunberg will not have to take an ELL this half, I don't believe, so that will be good for him. Austin Beers in 21st, Ryan Gavel in 22nd. And then last half's winner will be in 23rd here, the 57 of Richard Garcia, alongside my fellow Canadian Robert Hill Jr. in 24th. In 25th, we have Tyler McIntosh, and then in 26th, we have Thomas Capuano. McIntosh also had a strong showing in that first half, just unlucky to be going for DeGrasse there on that green-white checker. Tim Conrad, 27th place. 28th in Jake Scarborough. I think we're going to have to skip the rest of it here. I'll just run you down here. Kynan Jones, 29th. Brent Jones, 30th. Tepe, 31st. James Miller, 32nd. And Ray Bracy rounds out your field in 33rd here. You have Jordan Tarble on the inside line here. He's going to get us going green here. Not quite yet, not quite. Green flag is out. Jordan Tarble steps on the loud pedal, but Dustin Dewar gets a much stronger start. and will be taking the lead here right away.
Oh,
Woodsman
no!
Looking under. Oh my goodness!
Carnage in Nashville.
What happened? Wow. There's some strong cars involved in that one as well. I saw Ryan Gavel, Jake Scarborough.
May have started with Kynan Jones, Tim Conrad. They were the first names to pop up. Let's take a look. I think the incident was actually a little bit further ahead.
Oh man. Something happened
Wow.
with Grunberg, it looks like.
A missed shift
Yeah.
or something. Gavel made contact with 17. And oh man.
It was a checkup that Gavel did not react to in time.
Either the 0-0 or the 17 missed the shift or had to hit the brakes for some reason. But that was an abrupt stop. Let's stay on board with the one, but the actual restart. Listen in.
Just a checkup that, you know, he didn't really have much of the time to react, in my opinion.
No.
Race
And that's
control
a
has
kill
race control has called it a racing deal.
Can we get it from the start finish line? There's the Barney cam. Finish line is actually might be helpful here.
Oh,
Afterwards.
the wreck happens afterwards. Can you get like an end of pit road cam at all, or no?
I might. Let's see what we got with this. Am I cooking here? It's, I think, a bit too far, though.
Carlos is cooking. Well, this is a better one, maybe.
So it's just outside the shop. You can barely see it.
Oh man, it's just carnage there. Everyone from like 20th on back got some sort of piece in it. I think that was Alex Kenton starting the race in the pits. Good decision for him.
That worked out for him. Oh,
Yeah.
why are we stuck in this? Oh, because I never changed the camera angle, dummy. 77 on board, James Miller.
Man, he did his best.
things
You know, he's
considered.
on the brakes.
All things considered, that ain't too bad.
Yeah, he's probably perfectly fine, but he's probably wishing he didn't get that 4X. But he
Here's where
did his
Capiano's on board.
darndest to avoid it.
Now, Vic, are we going to
Oh,
be
man.
suffering with that iRacing bug / feature where half the drivers are already going to be taking a wave around?
No, actually, all the drivers passed the start finish line before the caution
yellow?
came out. So
Nice, that's good.
That is pretty good.
It just looked like I know race control, aka Vic Bloom, has determined that to be racing. There were some factors that caused it, but you know, once the chain reaction started, it looked like everybody was just kind of along for the ride. They didn't have time to react.
I can't definitively call that on anybody.
Yeah,
There's
that's
no way. There's like I said to the drivers, there's like 4 people doing just odd stuff, and you can't blame any one of those 4 because all 4 of them are contributing to it. And I'm not going to call it on 4 different people because that's just idiotic.
That's a good point. Some words of wisdom there from Vic. Yeah, it just looked like it was a bit idiotic, as Vic said, or chaotic, is how I would see it. Feel bad for the guys that were just trying to lay off on the start, and then by the time they got there, the track was blocked. But we get to try this again here. I believe the pace track lights will be going off this time here. Dustin Dewar will be your control car on this next start here, as Jordan Tarbell had quite a slow start, which may have contributed to the checking up, but I did hear Vic say that the leader did nothing wrong, which would be correct. The leader just got off a bit slowly, and that's up to the rest of the drivers to try and figure out how to react to that.
Yep, remember, for the initial start of the race, we go on green, and this
That's
track
right.
has a very long distance from when the pace car pulls off to the very end of that restart zone.
And right now, the truck lights are off. Dewar is your control car. He has chosen the outside. We saw that a lot in the first half, except for the last couple restarts where Richard Garcia hung in on the inside, and that worked out for him. So Dustin Dewar, right now, what do you think's going through his head here? Is he just trying to get away as quickly as he can before the likes of Isabella or Beers get up to the front, or Dylan Thomas even?
I think it's too early. Oh, I just noticed I don't have a scheme for Tarbo. So I don't know if you guys are seeing one for him.
Right now you're seeing an iRacing default, but on my end, I'm seeing a beautiful 3-wide TV paint scheme.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm going to see if I can reload trading paints.
Don't even try it. I've tried 4 different times.
Yeah, I know. Trading paints has been a bit of a joke for about a week and a half now, so. But pace truck is off here. We're going to get going green on lap 6 of 40 here. Dustin Dewar is your control car, like I mentioned. And we are green. He gets a great jump. Once again, Tarbo's slow to start. The inside line is going to be getting tired of that. Rashid Coles is in second place. Everybody alert the presses. We have Rashid Coles in P2.
It looks like Tarbo may just be restarting in like 3rd gear. He's just not getting anywhere near of a good launch compared to any other drivers.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what's happening. He's bogging down a lot, and it's really messing up with some other drivers. But right now, Dustin Dewar got a great jump. And Vincent Isabella is up into 3rd place as well. Lester Green also moving by. Tarble into 4th. Gilberto's moving by. Yeah, Tarble is dropping like a rock. See Vincent Isabella and David Westergreen there. They are a couple of the first ones to make it out of the foray of that pack there. That's the beauty of the invert. You always have some chaos right at the start. You have some drivers that maybe aren't quite fast enough to be running up in the top 10, that they find their way in that spot, and they have every right to battle to stay up there.
Tarbo is struggling. We're now losing spots left and right. He's currently finding himself outside the top 10, and going to lose a couple more spots probably by the time they come around one more time. But settling in, these first 10 or so drivers, once again,
story around.
Deja vu. No caution this time. No caution. Just Story has spun out.
That's so unlucky for Just Story. He's beneath the track, so iRacing's not going to give a yellow.
Get a quick replay on that.
Replay here. Not sure who helped him around.
Oh, contact with the 6.
He came up into the 6 and then got some help from 00 King Thompson. While we were away, we have an actual yellow. I didn't see where. That wasn't a yellow by race control, so something else happened.
Yeah, I'm seeing the Dylan Thomas one off track, so maybe that could be the cause of caution.
It's 13 self spin.
13 self spin.
Thank you.
Was it too much beans exiting the corner? Yeah. Oh no!
Oh man, he tried to save it. Now, what I don't understand is why is iRacing calling that one a yellow, but not Just Stories? It was almost identical with where they ended up on the track.
I did a league race yesterday, and like there was a big wreck. Half the cars were sideways. iRacing did not throw a caution. I should say half sideways on the track.
Luckily for Just Story is because that yellow came out as quickly as it did, he will stay on the lead lap, but he will have to drive for the entire field. And Dustin Dewar has been gone from my screen for about 30 seconds.
Yeah, he disappeared kind of right when I put the camera on, and yeah, wow. Ooh, that would suck if he is gone.
Which means right now, everybody... Oh no, dang, I was going to say Rashid Coles is going to lead a lap, but now Dewar's back. No.
I have a scheme for Tarbo.
There we go. That's good news.
There he goes.
Grabbing the 45 wave around. And Dylan Thomas is getting an EOL for being the cause of that last caution there.
I don't think it's going to affect him too much as he's already in the back because of that spin.
Exactly. Just a chance to get some fresh tires, and you got 30 laps to get back up there. Let's see. Now this restarts the one where I'm going to see how patient are people like Vincent Isabella or David Westergreen. They're going to want to go. Where is Austin Beers at? Where is he?
Austin Beers is in 18th position. Half one winner. Richard Garcia in 15th. So slow, steady gains. That's for sure. Biggest mover so far. Ray Bracey. Hey, look. If all I gotta do to move up 12 spots in 11 laps in a race is drive backwards during the warm-up, I think I gotta start doing that. Also
Right backwards in the warm-up and wreck in the first half.
I'm getting kicked out of almost all the leagues I'm in if I do that.
I don't race in any leagues anymore, but I'll join a couple for you and let you know if they accept it. And then
biggest mover.
I'll relay the info. I'll relay the info to you.
He's the only driver with double digits positive gains.
Wow. Well, that's
Ty
good.
McIntosh.
Garcia is only +8, so.
Yeah, Ty McIntosh +8, Richard Garcia +9 actually. And James Watson +7. James Watson doing good in 39. +7 spots up there in the top 10. What a drive.
Yeah, a couple of strong performances here to start the second half. A couple of yellows as well that they would have had to have dodged as they're trying to make their way up through the field. Leeds will be getting pace truck lights off this time by. So Austin Dewar will have another chance to control the field here on a restart. We'll see if the inside line maybe favors a bit having Rashid Coles starting there instead of Jordan Tarble. We'll about to see if the pace lights go off. Oh, it really is a long drive to the start-finish line, isn't it?
It really is.
I'm always caught off guard. Lights are off, so we'll be going green this next time here. I think that's the first time I've gotten it right all night, so I'm proud of myself. So we got Neil Rutt as well, also right now in the top 5. Strong start for this. Tyler McIntosh is currently barking in the driver's chat. I guess he's a dog and a Sith Lord at the same time.
He's up there yapping.
While we're waiting for this next restart here, do you want to take a couple more looks at drivers with their cameras on?
Let's oops. Oh, shit. Okay, let's see how they're looking at Ray Bracey's camera. The Bracey's still looking nice. Tim Con. Oh no, Tim!
Put a shirt on. Boo! Take it off.
The sun is out.
It off.
The sun is gone. The fun is gone as well. He has a shirt on, and honestly, I'm actually disappointed now. Dak Evans with the glove still, as Kynan Jones, heart rate 99. Again, somebody get that man a doctor, and we'll take a look at some more cameras next time. Pace truck is off.
Pace truck is off. Dewar has control here. Rashid Coles got a pretty big jump. He had to check up. I don't know if he's going to get a black flag.
That might be a black flag. He did get a black flag for sure. We'll see if Vic will clear it. I don't think he will, because that was a definitely clear jump on his end.
Yeah, Adam Pepe also has a black flag right now. I'm not sure if it's from the reserve or from anything that happened in the previous.
That may have happened from
caution.
before.
Yes, I think so. But 3 wide now, James Watson, Rashid Coles, and DJ Weeks. And Gilberto's looking to get involved as well.
Rashid Cole's black flag was cleared. I can only assume it's because Rashid did make an attempt to slow down. That's the only reason I'm thinking he got cleared for it.
Yeah, he got out of it really quick, and it hurt him pretty badly as well, as you can see. He's going to take a while for him to really get back into line. So I think that was a fair punishment enough in itself. Dewar still leads right now. David Westergreen right on his tail, though. And Vincent Isabella is also joining this fun. In a battle for the lead, another 3-car battle for the lead. Where have we seen this before? Just three different foes this time around. And they are they're bumper to bumper right now. And Westergreen had a horrible entry into that corner. And I think that's going to open it for Isabella to get right by. Yes, it is. And Neil Rutt might even be challenging for third here.
Neil Rutt kind of backed off to let the 9-car kind of get that enough space to make sure that they didn't crash. That's for sure. As remember, half number 1, David Westergreen was kind of running up in the front-ish. And then unfortunately there was an incident, I think, with Kynan Jones. No, I don't remember who it was with, but there was an incident and he got involved and tore that car up to shreds. So that's was thankfully able to get most of it repaired and was able to finish within the transfer. So he got a solid starting spot of 3rd for this race, and battling for the lead around there, a couple laps, and now backed off down to 3rd again. Is now the 8th has gone around him. And Dustin Dewar for Do Good Motorsports, currently your race leader.
And, you know, these 4 cars are kind of pulling away from the rest of the field right now. Neil Rutt has about a second gap on 5th place, which is good. As long as they can keep it tidy, they might have a chance to hold off the likes of Beers and Garcia, who have been struggling to get their way through the field as this race has developed. You see a battle right now there between Carpenter and Carlson. Lots of action going on deeper on in the field. That's the beauty of Nashville. There's always a battle going on, I feel like. It's not one of those tracks where it just becomes a single file fest. There's always side by side. That's why I remember loving when I drove here back in 2022B. Back in my super sub days. And 3 wide right now with Austin Beers, and I believe that's Caden Tufts and Zach Evans. Yes, it is. That's a battle for around 14th, I'm pretty sure.
It is.
That's a battle for 11th.
Oh yeah, my bad. Sorry, I don't know where I got 14th from. Zach Evans on the outside, holding his own pretty damn well. And the number 6 Me-Fi machine. So I'm have some issues in half number 1. Some more bad luck. Tristan Millett, number 29, right behind him. Right behind him is James Miller as the 6. Continues to hold on to the outside. I think he's gonna have to give up those 2 spots. But Zach Evans trying to make lemon juice out of lemon. Let's take a look at his in-car.
Lemonade out of lemons?
Stop laughing at me. In-car camera. Yeah, girlfriend was laughing at me from behind. Can hear the betrayal.
Well, you kind of deserved it.
Yeah.
Just of note, only 1 lap down, but Matt Grunberg has disconnected, so he's bowed out of this race for the night.
Oh, man.
A rough night for him so far. I don't know what's going on.
Go with the side-by-side cam. The 71 just nearly died.
71 just nearly died. Okay, let me find that incident.
10-4. We'll get a look at that here in a couple of moments. And, as you see, there's still a battle going on between Evans and Beers, but right now Beers has gotten by. Rashid Coles is also about to get eaten alive by Beers. I think it might be smart for Rashid to just kind of move over. Don't want to get involved in any wrecks here. And he does. Let Beers go. Beers gets by him. Up front, it's still Dewar by about 2/10. Just Isabella is hounding him down right behind him. Weston Green has fallen off just a little bit here. And was that O that you have found?
Yeah.
Talking about?
Yeah, I found it. Entering turns 3 and 4, as that's where we're getting a lot of the action. Let's take a look at the camera here. Top half of the screen.
To see here, Hackerthorn gets a little bit into him, and wow, what a save!
What a
by
save!
Dave Carpenter. Oh no, he comes back up almost. Oh wow, he almost pulls a Morgan Shepherd, but he was able to gather together, and that's some good driving right there by Dave Carpenter to stay alive.
You mean Kevin LePage?
Yeah, my bad. I don't know why I said Morgan Shepherd. Hey, it's okay. You made the bad joke about lemonade. I made that bad reference. We're even now.
Yeah, we are.
So 16 laps to go, and Dewar is still hanging on. He's led this race from the drop, really, because he had a better start than Tarble on the initial go.
I gotta say, I'm very impressed with Dustin Dewar's speed right now. Not saying that Dustin isn't capable of winning races, but the fact that he's kind of up here in the front and holding his own against Vincent Isabella is showing me that he is locked in and loaded here tonight. And let's just see if he can hang on for 15 more laps. I gotta say, if a caution comes out at this point, we're going down Pear Road, but if we go green flag racing, can Dustin hang on?
Yeah, Dustin Dewar, I remember from my time in the league, he has like those one-off or every couple races every season where he's all of a sudden a front runner. And he always races clean. He gets caught up in a lot of incidents sometimes that aren't really his fault. I've been definitely the person at fault a couple times. Apologies, Dustin, if you're watching this broadcast back. But when he stays clean and he gets the clean air, he's a force to be reckoned with. So definitely interesting to see if he can hang on here. Has Dustin ever won a race in OSCA before, Vic? He must have. I think he has.
Yeah, I believe so. My internet just went out and it's back now.
No worries. So
sucks.
I believe Dustin has won a race before. But can he make it another one here at Nashville Super Speedway? But Isabella's right on his bumper. Isabella will move someone for a win. We know that.
You can just hear Isabella pressing L2 to intimidate right now. And he's all up in the back bumper with 13 laps to go. 12 when they come across the start finish line. Once again, it's Do Good versus South Shore Racing for this top spot.
And if we really fun and intense battle here at the front right now.
Wester Green also gaining a little bit there at the end. Can't count him out. He could just be saving tires.
Yeah, he's about 7/10 back, especially if these two get side by side. He's definitely going to get right back up into this battle. Even Neil Rutz is hanging on pretty well. He's about to get swallowed up by James Watson, but Neil Rutz hanging on to have a good point stay for Do Good as well.
Oh,
we have three wide between Rashid Coles, Kine, and Jones. And I believe that was, I actually don't know who the other driver was.
I think that was Ray Bracey getting up. Oh, I'm not sure, but Ray Bracey, I think he got into the wall. But let's take a look. This is in-car camera, battling alongside Tarble. And who's that in front of him? Rashid Coles for that 19th, 20th, and 21st position. Ah, there we go. We got his buddy Snorlax there, making sure that he's keeping his car going the right direction, as we saw him going the wrong direction. Yeah, it's good luck charm. Snorlax with the pimped out hat, slightly tilted sideways, or maximum coolness.
Maximum coolness on the Snorlax.
Yeah. Ray Bracey doing all that while he makes a pass for position against Jordan Turnbull.
And I'm still on that battle here with Dewar and Isabella. Dewar has gotten a couple car lengths in these last couple laps here. Don't know if Isabella's just trying to cool off the tires just a little bit and make another move, make another charge for the lead. And Western
Tepe got a meatball flag, but oh yeah, so he must have just parked the car in pit road and the engine just expired because it got too hot.
I believe that is what happened, yes.
But Isabella kind of dropping back from that battle. It's either that or Dewar has been pulling ahead because there's almost half a second gap, yeah. But Wester Green is there.
Yeah, I was going to say, either way, Wester Green might be getting into a battle for second place, which if you're Dewar, this is something you'll love to see.
Yeah, unless Wester Green goes by just like that. And then you don't want to see that. You want to see Isabella hold them up for a couple more laps.
Well, I believe Isabella won't give up that position easy.
I really want to see this race go green the rest of the way. I'm experiencing an internet bug here for a second.
All good, you're back now.
We focused on the last couple of laps. See what it's been going. We had saw recently that Isabella and Wester Green were both gaining, not significant, but small amount. They were both in the green, gaining a little bit on Dewar. But you can see right here the last 3 laps. Let's see if we can do it 4 laps in a row. Dewar has been pulling away slightly, heavily, and then slightly on Isabella. And taking a look, they both gained just a wee little bit of time. But you know what they say, catching them is one thing, passing them is another. I think Dewar might have the cat.
What are you trying? You need to stop with these references and just stick to racing terms.
He might have this in the bag. I don't know where cat came from.
Like he has the cat in the bag? Why would you do? Let go of Ray's cat. Don't put it in a bag. All right, we've got 5 to go here. Dustin Dewar still have a 4/10 advantage. But the last couple of laps, just little by little, Isabella and Wester Green are getting there. They might get into it within striking distance here before this thing is all said and done.
In the backstretch, just getting the draft from Dewar, Isabella, and Wester Green are there. As long as they stay single file, they should have no problem catching back up to the back bumper of Dusty Dragon Dewar. But if they start battling side by side, if Wester Green realizes or feels that he can get that win if he gets past Isabella, then that might be it for the actual race itself. So as long as Isabella and Wester Green work together, which remember, these two are teammates, they're both South Shore Racing drivers, and trying to get the win from Dustin Dewar in the do-good machine. As seeing a couple drivers move around. Oh no, caution's gonna come out. This changes everything.
No.
Damn.
No. Oh man, again we're going to have late race shenanigans. I wonder how many more people choose to stay out now this time, knowing the results of the last half. That was Caden Tufts and Gilberto Javier Gamera both getting involved.
Honestly, at this point, Dustin, I would say stay out. We saw it play perfectly well. We have more grip here. I think it's going to be even more of chaotic. Yeah.
I would definitely be staying out here.
Question is, can you trust your ability to go past a bunch of drivers on old tires and putting yourselves and others in very awkward and risky positions? Because if you don't, or you don't feel the confidence at that moment, I would stay out.
A lot of drivers staying out here.
Oh yeah, a lot of drivers staying out.
No.
Including
that bracket looked like Caden Tufts got into Gilberto.
Yeah, we'll go back to replay. Yeah, Neil Rutt, down Perry Road, Kynan Jones, James Miller, Jordan Tarble, Jess Story. A lot of these drivers going down Perry Road, kind of doing the opposite of what happened in half number 1. And yeah, this is the right call. Like, we saw how chaotic it was in the half 1. The two drivers, Austin Beers and Ryan Gavel, yeah, they did finish second battling it out, but like the drivers that finished first, fourth, fifth, sixth, all those positions there, they gained so much time. They didn't get the win, but they gained so much time just staying out. So at this point, yeah, you got to stay out. This is going to hurt those drivers that did go down Perry Road that were running up front. But
and just of note, while we were talking about what happened in the last half, Race Control has deemed that incident to be on the 99 coming down into the 00 of Caden Tufts. So we'll have to take a look at that here.
It'll be his second incident of the day. First one on this half.
Good job by everybody else to avoid making contact with either of those cars as they were spinning, going into 3 there.
Go at it from a different point of view. Where is the chopper cam? Ooh, well, let's go back again. Took too long.
And yeah,
netcode played up.
99 did come in. There was a little bit of netcode.
Okay, here's the thing. I cannot honestly say that there would have been contact had there not been netcode. Because that netcode is what brought them down fully.
You know what's fun? On race controls screen,
it doesn't matter. Oh yeah?
It doesn't show any netcode.
Oh, does that change anything in your ruling?
Fun.
Watching it from this point of view?
It doesn't, but
okay.
it makes me feel a little bad for him. But it's still, it's a warning. It's anything more.
It's race control and race control screen. So if on your screen you see that, then that's what I would go with.
I agree with Carlos. It's unfortunate that different things happen, but Carlos has had some internet issues tonight as well. So
yeah, that's true.
But as Race Control said, Gilberto's just going to get a warning. It's not going to be the end of the world. The wreck still happened either way. And I believe pace truck lights will be going out this time here, and we'll be getting our first green-white checkered attempt. And this one for sure is not a natural green-white checkered.
Yep, first attempt. Let's see if the lights go off. If they do, we'll go and get that restart in. If they don't, we'll see if we can get a word in with the 99, excuse me. But lights are off, going green next time around for what hopefully should be the last restart of the night. But worst case scenario, it will be the second to last restart of the night.
And a lot more. I don't even know who the first car is on fresh tires, honestly.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know. We're on lap 40, so it will be 38. James Miller in 18th position. Honestly, he's going to be getting a couple spots here. He's already up 14 from where he started. This is going to be good for him. He'll get a couple spots. As long as, there isn't any shenanigans afoot here tonight in Nashville.
He could probably end up with a top 10 finish here. But definitely it was the right call for people like Dewar, Isabella, and Lester Green to stay out. Because otherwise it would have been a large hill to climb.
Okay, truck is getting ready to pull off. And, well, who do you think's got this? I still think that Dusty Dragon Doer has this in the bag.
I'm pulling for Dusty. I'm gonna keep it real, but we'll see.
Oh, same here.
Dustin Doer is on the outside here. He will control this restart. Green flag is out. He gets a good jump.
Oh, yeah.
Isabella, he will.
Beautiful jump on the restart. No issues at all from what I'm seeing as they're going 3 wide there. Richard Garcia forcing it on the outside. Who's in the middle? I believe that is a 97 of DJ Weeks.
But right now, go back to the lead, please, Carlos. It's going to be tight. Isabella makes some contact.
Oh, no!
Garcia slides in there. And that is not going to bring out a yellow. What a
that might bring out a yellow. Caution is out. Big wreck.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. That was a tough one.
I don't know what happened. It looked like Dusty parked the bus there in the middle of 3 and 4. And I don't think everybody fully behind them was aware of what was going on. More contact was made. We just didn't expect that. Wow. Carlson
it looked like Garcia
crawling
went
to
in
a
there
stop.
like a bit of a bat out of hell, trying to make some moves. And then I think a checkup resulted when he tried to save, and did save the car, in all fairness to him. Oh, boy.
Oh, goody. I mean, not goody, excuse me. Mefine got killed. 15 got killed. 99 got killed. 73 again. See if we can go back a little bit further. Can we go back with Dustin Doer? Yeah, here we go. Into the corner. The 8 of Isabella drives it in there deep. I don't think Dustin did anything wrong. He just drove it in there normally. I think the 8 kind of drove it in there a bit harder, had a little more tire, but...
No, I think Doer didn't do anything wrong. He was defending the lead. It's Garcia that I'm looking at. Garcia, I think Garcia did not realize how hard he was going in. And then the checkup just caused madness. Oh my goodness, Neil Rutt almost went over. There's a hood that was flying like up to the moon there in your replay.
Oh, I had this camera angle. Oh, that would have been perfect for half one. Let's take a look at it here from the exit of turn 4.
Race control has agreed with me, by the way, has given the cause of yellow to the 57.
Okay, interesting. Lot of carnage as the front stretch becomes $1 million graveyard.
Yeah, I don't know how much more analysis we can really give. That's just hard racing again on a green and white checkered that resulted in chaos.
Oh, actually, I don't know why. Well. I want to take a look on board from Garcia.
Yeah, I don't think he was making that corner anyways, but when Isabella came down, he had to check up, and it just made it kind of locked the tires a bit, got loose.
I want to go on board with Ray Bracey because they pretty much wreck in front of him and behind him.
Man, oh man. Oh man, what a hard hit for Neil Rutt.
Oh, Tristan Melenda, 29 involved as well. I think that's, I don't know if the 45 got at it, but that's 2 of the RKM cars, so we're going to hit that up again.
Are we going to look at Neil Rutt here?
Yeah, Neil Rutt, yeah, I got you, fam. Where is Neil? Here's Neil. Go on board. I mean, you just have to go full throttle. There was a window there.
That's giving Eric Almirola vibes when he got hit from behind there.
Yeah. Go Alex Kenton. By the way, let me know if we go 1 to green. I want to cross the line.
I'm paying attention here for you, no worries.
Alex Kenton comes to a stop. There's bumpers and hoods flying all up through the air. As Alex Kenton, actually, his name popped up as crash, but that's because he almost came to a complete stop. He actually was not involved. So good job on Alex Kenton. We are 1 to green. I think we got time for one more restart. Let's take a look. Replay. Let's take a look at Brett Jones. Let me know when they're in the backstretch, actually.
M4.
Ooh. That little bit of, I mean, little, it's heavy contact still, but that just knocks off the hood. And can we do, I guess we'll do one more. We'll do Jess' story.
Yep, they have just entered the back straightaway now. Just entered three.
Sounds good. Jess' story had heavy contact in this one. Oh, that right there is probably what killed it.
All right, and the field is entering turn 3 here for our final green-white checkered of the night. Final restart of the night. Will Dustin Dewar be able to get another good jump and hang on? Will Isabel know what's coming now? It's going to be exciting here. It's Isabel getting right up beside the 32 of Dustin Dewar. David Westergreen is all up on his bumper as well. And all of a sudden, our points leader, Austin Beers.
Oh no! Beers turned him!
He turned him! Oh boy.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
That was hard contact there from the 19. And I don't think Dusty was ready to go at that moment. And unfortunately, what seemed like a really good chance at a win, a feel-good win for the number 32 of Dustin Dewar, has ended in heavy heartbreak.
Yeah, that wasn't a good show there from the 19 of Austin Beers. You gotta wait for the leader. Right now, Vincent Isabella is going to be scored as your race winner, with David Westergreen in second and James Watson third will be our unofficial results.
That's right, yeah.
But they're waiting for the pace car to go by here. But wow. I don't really have words to describe what just happened without maybe saying a couple of bad words, because that wasn't nice, I don't think, but you know, Vincent Isabella is a deserving winner. He did run second that entire race.
There goes the pace truck, and they're going to cross the start-finish line, and the number 8 is going to find himself the half number 2 winner.
They're on their final lap now. I think they still have one to go.
Oh, excuse me. A little premature for me. But I think I know who we're going to speak to tonight. We're going to speak to your half 1 winner. And speak to your half 2 winner, and I want to get a word in with Dusty. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. I think we won't be able to do a whole boatload of interviews tonight because it is just yourself and myself, but I think we should definitely do those 3. Wow.
So we saw a fantastic race from the majority of the field. We got lots. Nashville has given us another beautiful set of races tonight, as we saw heavy racing actions in both halves, and chaotic green-white checkered attempts in both of them as well. So lots of actions for all the different types of people. But Isabella is going to go and finally cross our finish line soon. What's up?
You know, it's unfortunate because people might look at these green-white checkers, they might be watching the stream back, and because they're not catching it live, and they'll just see the ends and they'll see these chaotic finishes and think, wow, this must have been a dirty race, but it really wasn't. Both of these halves were quite clean, just other than some unfortunate incidents that I guess just come in the heat of the moment when you're trying to go for a win.
All right, well, now that half 2 is official, Vincent Isabella is your race winner. You can go ahead and pull past that pace truck. Don't know why he's not doing that. He can definitely do that.
Maybe he just enjoys the security of being behind the pace car.
I guarantee you, we're going to talk to Vincent Isabella. He is not going to be happy that he won this race in this way. He's going to be heartbroken for the 32, and it's not going to be one that he's going to be ultimate too happy that he won.
You know, and that sucks because it wasn't his fault at all. Obviously, what happened, he did run a good race. He is deserving of a good finish. But obviously, you never want to win one like that. I think we can probably pull up our official results here if you mind, Carlos, and we'll
No,
run
I
through
don't
those.
mind. Yeah, let's go ahead. Want to see if he was going to do some burnouts. He might actually do some burnouts.
Just gonna do them right now, it looks like.
There he is, celebrating
Some
across
donuts in
the
infield.
massive grass area in the front stretch. Vincent
I don't know
Isabella
why
is your
NASCAR
half-two
ever
winner.
stopped going here.
Wait, did they take Nashville?
Fun track.
Did they take it off?
No, but like I don't know why they didn't always go here.
Oh, yeah. I was like, when did they take it off the schedule?
Newsflash. All right, let's take a look here at the results as we look at Vincent Isabella having a blast here in the infield. Vincent Isabella is your half-two winner, as we said. David Westergreen in second, James Watson in third, Adam Taylor fourth, and Zach Evans in fifth. A couple surprises in the top 10. Robert Hill Jr. 7th. Ray Bracey, how about that comeback drive from 32nd up to 10th, 22 spots gained. Great half-two for him. Kynan Jones had a bounce-back half in 11th. Caden Tufts 12th. Tim Conrad 13th. He puts a shirt on and he finishes much better. Maybe that should be a lesson for him. Thomas Capuano 14th. Jess Story 15th. And then further down you have Tarble, who was our half-two pole sitter, Dave Carpenter, and Gilberto Javier Gamera in 18th.
I say pull Dusty up first.
He said,
Yeah,
"Pull
that's what I-
Dusty
that's
up
what I was
first." We
thinking,
can't
yeah.
do that. Alrighty. And then
Yep.
further down here, just a couple of other notes. Rashid Cole's a top 20 finish. Tyler McIntosh, another unfortunate incident leading to a 21st place finish. Austin Beers, 25th. Probably deserving after what happened there on that restart. And then Dustin Dewar, unfortunate in 26th. Just you hate to see it for the guy. Kyle Carlson, Brent Jones, Dylan Thomas, Matt Grunberg, Ryan Galvin, Adam Tepe, all finishing multiple laps down in this one.
One more driver.
Yeah, I don't know who that guy is, Wiki. But you know, let's talk to Dustin Dewar here. Dustin, man, my heart breaks for you. Can you just talk us through that race before we get to that final green-white checkered restart?
Oh man, what a beautiful race that was. That was a textbook race right there. Car was fast. I love this track. I've always been good here at Nashville. Dominated the race, led every lap. Just to no idea what happened there on that last restart. Just crazy. Just crazy. I'm really lost for words on it.
That's fair. Dustin, as you mentioned, you had lots of speed. Don't cry for me, too good. You had lots of speed that second half, and you were holding Vincent Isabella behind you that entire half. Was there any ever like concern or panic at all for you, or were you just calm and composed the entire time? Because from what we saw up here, it looked like you were just running steady laps the entire time.
Yeah, I wasn't worried, and I was saving. I was just, you know, Vince would get close to me once in a while, and I put the hammer back down a little bit, pull away, and I just sit there, manage the tires, let him burn us up a little bit as he tried to chase me back down. And so no, I had a lot left in the bag yet there. I was excited. I thought I had that 1-1 maybe 3 times tonight, but dang, that hurts.
Has
Yeah, what was going? Sorry, Carlos. I'll just have one more question here
Go for it.
What was going through your mind there when the first caution came out, and then of course when you almost were at the line, that second one came out?
With about 5 laps to go, I'm begging like, "Go green, baby! Come on, let's go green." Wanted to go green, and then I'm like, "Oh, dang!" And then of course, do you pit? Do you not pit? I was one of the cars on the last race that stayed out. That didn't work out, but I knew the tires would have grip at first, and it was going to take a little bit. So if enough cars stayed out, it was worth it. And sure enough, everyone stayed up behind me, so I wasn't worried at all. Then I knew I was with my, as much as I was saving those tires, I knew I'd be able to just drive away from Vincent. That wasn't going to be a problem. But yeah.
All right, Carlos, you have anything for Dustin?
Yeah, I saw while you were in the info care center that Beers did come up and approach you. Or did you guys have a chance to talk about it? Did he explain his side?
Yeah, well, we had it timed out where we were going to go together, and it worked. As soon as I got to the gas, he got to my bumper. should have really launched me in front of the field. We would have had a 1-2 finish. That was the plan. But yeah, it went as planned. Just didn't plan for the right hook. It wasn't intentional. Because again, as teammates, we had that all figured out going to the green there.
Okay, that makes some more sense. Yeah.
Yeah, from our perspective, it looked like Beers might have jumped it, but I guess just the hook was not expected.
Yeah, that insight adds a lot.
Yeah, I really just thought the car would launch. The cars were really stable. Getting back to the throttle on these restarts, you could give it, that was not the issue. Just, yeah. And it, maybe a little bit of net code involved there as he got into me. Who knows? It's iRacing. You win some, you lose some.
That is very true. Well, Dustin, before we let you go here and maybe continue discussing what happened with your team, do you have any shout-outs you want to give here?
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that, guys. I appreciate you up there. Thought you guys running this in the booth, our fans would have nothing to watch for. Vic for putting on an awesome league. It's been fun. We've had a lot of green flag racing this year. That's more than you can ask for in most leagues. Big shout out to Miss Goodies, home of the famous hooded towel. They're the hottest thing on the market. If you haven't got your hooded towel, get it today, please. You can find her on Facebook at Miss Goodies. JD's Hilltop Salvage in Goodrich, Wisconsin. Hello, Dad. If you need some scrap picked up, give old JD a call today. And then Memory Lane's back there in Athens, Wisconsin. Randy, if you're listening tonight, have a cold one on me. And to my teammates, love this. Love you guys. Wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. It's really a family atmosphere out here. So Godspeed and have a good night, gentlemen.
Well, thank you very much for that, Dustin. That might have been my favorite sponsor shout-out of the entire season, so thank you for that, and have a great night, and we'll see you here hopefully next week.
10-4, thank you, boys.
All right, that was Dustin Dewar. Hard break there. We have a bit more insight now, I guess. Just a plan gone wrong, which is even more unfortunate, really, for Dustin. We're going to bring up Garcia here, our half-one winner. Carlos, do you want to take this one?
No, you go ahead and do it.
All right, I'll do it for sure. All right, Richard Garcia, our half number one winner. It feels like ages ago with all the shenanigans that happened there at the end of half two. But Richard, yeah, you stayed out on tires, on old tires, and it worked out. It got a bit dicey there, but how do you feel?
I felt a lot better then than I do now. But yeah, that was a good first half. Yeah, two tires worked, or no tires worked. Sorry. I don't know why people pitted. There was like going to be a green-white checkered. Never going to make that up. Whatever. I'll take the win.
You say that, but Beers and Gavel, a trail of chaos in their wake, going 3 and 4 wide. That was very fun to watch, but they did end up second and third right behind you. One more lap, they probably would have had a chance to get you. Was that but I'm guessing for you that wasn't at all a worry. You thought that you were set as soon as you stayed out and those two went into the pits?
Oh yeah, it was pretty much without a doubt. I mean, we only have two green-white checkered, so I knew as long as Beers didn't get up to P5 on that first one, I was good. That's all that really mattered. But he was fast. He was much faster than I was tonight.
Well, you found a way to put yourself in the right spot, and that you did. And you just talked about how the second half you didn't feel so good about. Can you just talk us through exactly what you mean there? What happened there in your second half?
I don't know. Gotta ask race control.
10-4. All right, before we let you go here, actually, Carlos, do you have any questions for Richard?
Sorry, I'm kind of dealing with something right now, so I can't right now.
Okay, no worries. Before I let you go here, Richard, do you have any shout-outs you want to give?
Just my dog, B.
Just your dog?
She's laying here, just napping. And you know what? Cameron's watching. I don't know where Drew is, and yeah, that's about it.
Well, your dog willed you to a win in the first half. How about that? All right, that was Richard Garcia, our first half winner. Richard, thank you for coming out. It's been fun to watch you this season. Hopefully we can talk to you a couple more times here. And you have a great night, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, see you guys next week. Have a good one.
All right, that was Richard Garcia. And now we're going to bring up who won half two. That's right, Vincent. All right. Vincent, man, I know you probably didn't want to win it like that, but you did have a really strong showing the entire second half. How do you feel right now?
No, I wanted to win it no matter what. That sucks, but
I appreciate the honesty,
it's
honestly.
been
Most drivers
a
wouldn't say that.
long time since I won in this league.
I was gonna say it's been a while. I remember when I first joined this league, you were up front almost every single week and almost winning or winning. I remember when my first win came at Talladega, you won the other half actually. So, why has it taken so long? Has it just been bad luck, or?
A little bit of bad luck, a little bit of mistakes on my part, but I feel like I'm still running up front, being that I was 10th in points going into the night, and I had missed 4 halves. So the speed's still there, just haven't been able to put one together.
And now that win's going to help you probably secure a chase-off spot, as some drivers get in on being highest in points with wins. You mentioned how you are still 10th with only missing 4 halves. Actually, I don't know if you're still eligible. That might be a big question.
I am.
Okay. All right, just want to make sure I didn't jump the gun.
You can't miss three full races, like 3.
Yeah, he can't miss any more. He can't miss any more halves.
I won't be missing anymore.
All right, 10-4. Good to know on that one. So Vincent, my brain just stopped. Let's talk through your first half there. It seemed like you weren't really much of a factor. You just got caught up in the field there, a couple of incidents maybe. What was the difference really for you in that second half? Was it just having a better starting spot?
No, I was up there. I got an EOL there on lap 8. I thought I had more room to go to the wall, and the guy was a whole car length off the wall and spun a guy. So I think I was like 4th or 5th or something like that in the first half. So the speed was there all night. I love this track. Second half, just rode behind Dusty and couldn't, just too tight behind him in the aero. So thankfully some stuff worked out my way because I needed this big time.
It's good that the second half worked out better for you here. Before we give you some chance for shouts, Carlos, are you ready to possibly give him a question? Or are you still dealing with something here?
No, yeah. It's like obviously you do want to win races, and it's just it sucks that kind of happened in that scenario. But what do you think? Did you think you had anything for the 32 on that restart? Had nothing gone wrong?
I think so. I think I timed the restart pretty well. I was at his door, so like before he got hit, like rolling even with him. So I think it would have been interesting going down in the 1, but I can tell you I probably wasn't going to lift. I'm not lifting till we see Goddard a checkered flag, as Andy Jangowiak said. So,
well, we do know that there was we heard from Dewar that there was a restart timing that just fell apart a little bit on the outside there between him and Beers, and that's what caused that incident. But before we let you go here for the night, do you have any shout-outs you want to give?
Yeah, shout out first of all to the team, 1, 2, and 5, respectively, finishers there in the second half. And 10th. All four of our cars were in the top 10. So shout out to the guys. Traders Brewing is on the car this year. They're big sponsor. Nate sponsors me there, and Zach's got Nicky. He paints all my cars, and Bite Size Sports. They big supporter of our team, and obviously you see it on David's car, and I'm sure he'll tell you more about that. But yeah, just overall great team effort, and thanks guys for putting on a good show up there.
All right, well, thank you, Vincent, for coming and taking some time to talk to us. We appreciate you being here, and thank you for putting on a great show, and hopefully we get to talk to you again next week.
Yes, sir. Have a good one, guys.
All right, now we weren't going to do this, but these guys would not stop heckling me. Oh, I brought up the wrong person.
Yeah.
These guys would not stop. Where is he? There we go. These guys would not stop heckling me for an interview, so I'm going to give them the shortest, dirtiest interview possible.
All right, Carlos, this is on you then.
Yeah, paper Western Green. Second place.
We've been interviewed.
Hey! You are an uninvited guest here. You speak when I let you speak. Okay. David Western Green finishing second place in half number 2. James Watson finishing third in the same half. Starting with you, David. How was the race for you?
It was fun, except for how you couldn't pass. And the one chance I had to pass, I bounced off a Dusty. Got wrecked in the first half. It was awesome. Thanks, Bite Size Sports, and thanks for James for coming on board. This is our first chance to get an interview. And hey, we were finished second and third together there, so that was awesome. And we got the team win with Vince. Really exciting. Thanks to the Do Good Boys for chucking it away there on the last restart.
Ooh, wow. James?
Yeah, I don't know how I managed to get a finish like this. This has always been one of my worst tracks, and I'm really not good in this car. But I got some serious luck in the first half, avoiding incidents and on pit strategy, and then the car just kind of came alive on me for the nighttime, and so I was able to make up a bunch of positions and then just be in the right place at the right time when all hell broke loose. So it's awesome to get a 1-2-3, the biggest moment in our team's history in its current iteration here in OSCA. And want to thank Team Watson Racing Sims. Use code Watson39 for 10% off at checkout. Boomer Button Boxes, Martin Sports Sim Racing Apparel, NRN, and ZS Designs.
All right, those are your shout-outs. David, do you have any shout-outs you want to give out?
Right Size Sports, Kevin Nevek, they've been sponsoring me for a few years now. You recognize the car, and hey, you know, how about that P2 best run of the year so far? Even though it was kind of a bit fortunate to get there, but I'm happy about it. And hey, thanks for the broadcast, guys. You guys do a great job.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you guys next week. All right, that was your co-interview with second place and third place, Nathaniel. That's gonna do it for us tonight. What thoughts do you have on tonight?
Well, just thinking about it when they're talking about how they had that great finish as a team there at Subshore, we were looking at that big gap at the start that Shift Esports maybe becoming a bit insurmountable. But after a night like this, who knows? We might still have a team points battle on our hands. We'll be looking forward to seeing that next week. Where are we going next week? Do we know? I forget. Where are we going?
You say Talladega next week?
Nick?
It's
Is it
Stafford for the throwback race.
Oh, it's a throwback race
I
next
gotta
week.
get
That will be
some
exciting.
teams.
Make sure you tune in for that. Until then, I'm Nathaniel Cherry for Carlos Acosta and Vic Bloom. Have a great night.
Yep. And saying it on air so that Vic has proof. Vic, please respond to my message I sent you a while back. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. See you all soon.